Thank you, Greg, and in the first instance I want to just thank AA, Brendan and Dominic and the respective organisations for organising the event this evening, but also to welcome those who come from other inshore and offshore organisations, who all of us are invested in trying to ensure that we fight to save and rebuild the fishing industry. And it would be in a more perilous state if it wasn't for the organisations and those individuals who I've mentioned who have been putting it up to the Irish government and indeed the powers that be in the EU. Look, the fishing industry and coastal communities that it sustains have been badly let down by successive governments and by the European Union. What could have been and should be a vibrant and sustainable driver of growth in our national economy has been held back by bad policy and just general political neglect. And when we, those of us out in Europe, try and do our work, I try to make sure as an MEP that I'm informed by engaging within the constituency itself. When we're back here, travelling along the coast and engaging with both individuals and sectoral interests, but also in Brussels, where we engage quite often with the Brendans and the A's of this world, because it's important that they're informing us of where they see difficulties arising in regards to EU law for Irish fishermen, that we can advocate for amendments and regulations where we can, and that we work hand in hand, for me, work hand in hand with my colleagues in Sinn Féin in the Oireachtas in regards poor Irish and EU legislation. And I do work, and I take my guidance from Pádraig Lochlainn, who has, as spokesperson for Sinn Féin, is very strongly committed to working on behalf of the fishing sector and being a very strong advocate. Look, we need to argue, obviously, for fair quotas for Irish fishermen instead of the scraps that's being given. We need young people to enter the industry. We need examination and reform of the CFP. And I had, depends on which way you look at it, but I was pleased to be able to bring out young Byrne Cabinet. I'm pleased to see here this evening. I met her a number of months ago in Armore, but to bring her up to Strasbourg to expose some of those ludicrous regulations that we see in the CFP, that a young person fishing in such a sustainable way on two lines with a few hooks can't fish while looking out the window at the super trawlers gobbling up all that they can. But we need people in the wider Irish society to buy into the importance of the fishing sector, and we in Sinn Féin want to be able to stand by you in delivering that. As I said, we do need powerful advocates in Europe. We need every one of our MEPs to be able to step up to the plate. We do need to see here in Ireland a government with a dedicated ministry, at the very least a Ministry of State for fisheries that will work within the department for the marine, not a department against the marine, which is what we have, because we need to rebuild the industry, and we need to show a government showing pride in the Irish fishing sector, because what we have at the minute is a minister that looks at it as a hobby, and a department, as I said, that's working against the marine. I was also actually pleased. The very first delegation of my time as an MEP was when I brought all the fishing organisations out together, and that has to be the way we work. We have to unite the different organisations across the sector to come together and to bypass, and we were able to bypass the permanent rep's office out in Brussels and talk directly to the Commission. And that has to be the plan, the model as we move forward in trying to improve the fishing industry within the country.
Chris, that's 4 minutes. Thank you.